What is good? Made it to a Friday. Dale slept in this morning, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But first, Dale, how we doing?
We're surviving. How are you doing, Will?
Surviving?
We're surviving.
Let's get right into it. Last night, there was a podcast that dropped, and there was a certain guest that you wanted to listen to. Miley Cyrus was on Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Dale, I don't know if he got off to it last night. I don't know if he listened to it a few times. I'm not sure what happened. He was up very late.
Here we go.
Over under on sex stories. I want to say 2.5. I want to take the over. True or false?
All right. So that's not an easy question to answer. Miley was on the pod last night. I think that Cooper has done an amazing job with the pod and the whole platform ever since she went solo. Yeah. Having Miley on last night was a big step for her. I think that's one of probably the most famous guests that she could get on a show like Call Her Daddy.
She only has like 40 million followers on Twitter. Yeah.
Right.
Kind of big deal.
Right. It's crazy. Think about it, dude. Like ever since we've been like young adults and like growing up and stuff, like Miley Cyrus is like the sex icon of our generation.
Yeah. After that 2013 meltdown, I think she dated Chris Hemsworth. Is that one of the Hemsworth that she dated?
Yeah, one of the Hemsworth. She was in the 23 music video. Yeah, I mean, the 23 music video, Wrecking Ball. I mean, dude, she blew up. I think it's safe to say. The amount of
orgies she was in.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, dude, she's literally one of the biggest sex icons of our generation. So I was interested to listen to it. I listened to it from start to finish, and it didn't get as raunchy necessarily as I thought it would get. But what I took out of it was, dude, Miley Cyrus is like you or me. Like she seems like the most down-to-earth, normal human being that could have been on that podcast. It was crazy. Like she has the same issues like in relationships and her sex life, just different areas of what she goes through on a daily basis that like you or I would have. It felt like an actual connection to like the podcast, even though like it didn't necessarily go where I thought and wanted it to go. Yeah. I thought that Cooper did really good. And there's already like rumors swirling around that next time Miley's in New York, she's going to go hop back on. Because right now, apparently Miley's in like work mode. So she is doing a lot of music building and things like that. So she wasn't really as open to like going into things as what maybe she might be in the future. But dude, I thought it was a good episode. Good for Cooper. It's going to be number one on the charts for a while. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, that was just the only thing. I didn't think it was as raunchy as I thought it would be, but there's a lot of good stuff. I highly recommend listening to it.
I think it's always reassuring when you listen to, an influence, an idol, professional athlete, someone that you admire, and to be able to, like you said, relate on a human level. Everyone puts them on such a high of a platform that they're just like us.
They are. You're absolutely right.
Put their pants on the same way, one leg at a time. And to hear that, no, that's cool. I just figured it was going to be a giant sex show because that's what Alex has done. I want to give her credit too. I think she's really turned it around. I think that this is kind of still the beginning. And the fact that you get Miley Cyrus, I'm a fan of her. I really do.
No, it's a big
I'm not
get.
forgetting the 2013 episode she went on. But look, everyone's gone in a bender before, just like the Suns did. Now, Dale, before I get into the Suns, they did go 8-0, but the Blazers last night, coming down to the last shot, Cyrus LeVert of the Nets almost sent them home. But for Damian Lillard to do what he's done, we mentioned it so many times before, he's a special guy. He has to be a top 7 or 8 player in the league.
Yeah. Will, we talked about this before the bubble started. Portland was both of our sleeper teams and not even sleeper teams. We've said it from the beginning. I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Damian Lillard is that motherfucker. He wants all the smoke. He doesn't care who you are. He will attack you ruthlessly, relentlessly. And I mean, I pray for Pat Bev right now because if they see the Clippers at any point during these playoffs, I'm telling you, Dame's a problem right now, boy.
Huge playing game this Saturday between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Blazers. I think that's going to be fantastic. This is what people were projecting back in May and June when the talks of the bubble were still trying to be constructed and what we wanted. The Suns, on the other hand, it's almost like I wish they got an invitation. Like if it was like an invitational tournament, you got to give credit. Look, the whole story is with Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, all of them, whatever.
Yeah.
Give credit to Monty Williams, the coach. What a fantastic job. In the last 12 years, 15, whatever, whenever Nash left, when I think of the Suns, it's either Barkley or Steve Nash.
Yeah.
The fact that he can turn this around, give credit. Nothing to hang your head on. To go 8-0, it was not easy at all.
I agree. So the good thing is for the Suns, dude, they're so young and like they have so much of like core potential. I feel like the next couple of years they could really blossom into like a perennial playoff team. But I think that the bubble was a good stepping stone for them to realize like, hey guys, like let's take this shit serious. Like we could be pretty good. Who knows, you know?
Yeah. All right, guys, before I have Dale sign off,
wow,
we're taking the next step. So continue to stay tuned. We have some big news coming up. We're going to have a giveaway next week, and more details will follow on that. But for some of you tier 1 listeners, you hear that all the time in radio, at TV, whatever. If you're listening to it this far in the video, hit my Venmo. Hit me up, whether it's on my phone, go on my social media, at Will Galvez on Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to give away $10. $10. Go get some coffee, a drink, a beer, whatever. For those of you that listen, hit me up. I will send that to you because you guys are continuing to listen. I appreciate you, and so does Dale.
Yeah, we love it. Appreciate all the support. Guys, hit that sub button, hit that follow button, retweet, like, share us, WOTM Daily, Instagram, Twitter, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. This has been a blast. We're not going to stop anytime soon. William, have a good Friday.
Let's have a great weekend. Be safe.